This just in from Joni and Charles Mingus.
Eyes a muggin', boom, body, yada, boom, wee, ba, 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 ba. Eyes a muggin'.
I am on a lonely road and I am traveling, 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 looking for something. What can it be? Oh, I hate you some, I hate you some, I love you some. Oh, I love you when I forget about me. I wanna be strong, I wanna laugh along, I wanna belong to the living. Alive, alive, I wanna get up and jive, wanna wreck my stockings in some jukebox dive. Do you want, do you want, do you wanna dance with me, baby? Do you wanna take a chance on maybe finding some sweet romance with me, baby? Well, come on. All I really, really want our love to do is to bring out the best in me and in you too. All I really, really want our love to do is to bring out the best in me and in you. I wanna talk to you, I wanna shampoo you, I wanna renew you again and again. Applause, applause, life is our cause. When I think of your kisses, my mind sees salt. Do you see, do you see, do you see how you hurt me, baby? So I hurt you too. Then we both get so blue. I am on a lonely road and I am traveling, 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 looking for the key to set me free. Oh, the jealousy, the greed is the unraveling, it's the unraveling, and it undoes all the joy that could be. I wanna have fun, I wanna shine like the sun, I wanna be the one that you wanna see. I wanna knit you a sweater, wanna write you a love letter, wanna make you feel better, wanna make you feel free. Ooh, wanna make you feel free. I wanna make you feel free. Come on. very good friend of mine. I was a free man in Paris. I felt unfettered and alive. There was nobody calling me up for favors. No one's future to decide. You know I'd go back there tomorrow, but for the work I've taken on, stoking the star maker machinery behind the popular songs.
Yes, indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, episode 15, live-ish from SpragueLand. Shadows and Light, the music of Joni Mitchell. We are such fans of Joni Mitchell, and we were so happy that you're here to hang with us. She has just this great music, clever lyrics, unique stories, innovative guitar tunings. For so many, the soundtrack for a slice of our lives. Where were you when you first heard the album Blue? This is where we'll travel tonight. We're so glad you're with us on this journey. Joni Mitchell for president.
Yes.
Joni Mitchell to get us out of all this mess. We're going to have a daydream today and just space out on all the bad stuff. We just played All I Want. These are all songs by Joni, and then that last one is A Free Man in Paris. We really love that piece. We here are at SpragueLand, and let me tell you, we're in a great environment to make music and to be safe. We have everybody spread out. We what else? We wear masks when we're not spread out. We're happy to try to keep this whole thing under control. Where are you? It'd be fun if you could introduce yourself to us through the chat. And the trick to make it work with the special little app that we have, that our man Digital Brian is going to show you later. The trick is that you say, "Hi, I'm Mary from," and the word "from" is super important. And then you put the city you're at, and you watch what happens a little later in the show. It's kind of fun. So tell us where you are from. Let me tell you who's in the band. Duncan Moore on the drums. How about a hand for that beautiful drum solo? Yes. Hey, Duncan, what's your, just while I have you on the hook here, what's your background with Joni Mitchell? How did she enter into your life?
Well, the first time, I think my sister had the album Ladies of the Canyon.
Yes.
And that was the first album I heard, and I loved it. And I kind of wore that out. I think I still owe my sister a copy. But anyway, that was the first one. And then for some reason, I don't know why, but Blue was not on my radar. And then I kind of skipped over and got into the Court and Spark and Hissing of Summer Lawns, you know, that era with Max Bennett and John Guerin and all those guys. And so it was later that I discovered Blue. But
do you have like a President Kennedy getting assassinated, knowing exactly where you were kind of moment when you heard Blue?
No, unfortunately, I can't say I do.
It's okay if you don't.
Yeah,
I actually did. I had these cousins, Tripper and I had these cousins that were in Michigan City, Indiana. And I remember this one winter, we probably went out there for a Christmas vacation, and they were singing all the Joni songs, and we heard the album, the Blue, and I just still remember every time I hear that record, I think of that great time that we had. Cool, Duncan. Mac's the young cat in the band. He's right above us. He's playing bass. How about a hand for Mac, man?
Thanks.
And Mac, it always falls on Mac that maybe he heard Joni Mitchell through his parents, because he has hip parents. What's your story, man?
Yeah, you know, it's a little sad, but it's a nice memory. I remember when I was in high school, and my grandmother passed. At her memorial service, they played Circle Game, And I just remember just crying and crying, and I still can't listen to that song. Ladies from the Canyon is a great album, but I always skip that track because it's just too much.
Too much.
But it's a nice, it's sad, but it's a nice memory. And later when I went through when I was getting into electric bass and was getting into Jocko, I found out about Joni and Jocko's collaborations and checked out some of her music from there too.
Yeah. So Joni was a leading stone to Jocko for you?
Well, sort of going the other way around. I got into Jocko and then exploring his career, found Joni's music.
By the way, ladies and gents, there's an album. A lot of the albums later, a little bit later, Jocko was playing bass, and I love the story that Joni just loved Jocko's playing because he didn't put down roadblocks or these big girds of form, but he was more free flowing and just busy and beautiful. So check those albums out. In fact, that last song that we played, our sort of guiding light, was this album called Shadows and Light with Jocko and Pat Metheny and all those guys playing. Tripper on the saxophone and piano, and let's see, he plays flute, saxophone, soprano saxophone, and piano. My brother, and harmonica, but I don't think tonight.
Not tonight.
Yeah, that's my brother Trip Sprague on the multi-instrumentalist. And I asked Trip, well, something I thought that maybe you'd remember, but our dad, who was a great percussionist and a great dad, and he loved straight ahead jazz, and he hated Joni Mitchell. It's so weird. And then Trip, what were you saying about Sting?
I didn't remember that part, but I remember he also hated Sting.
And we love Sting.
Yeah, but he wasn't shy to speak his mind.
No, that's cool.
Gotta love that.
You gotta love it. All right, and then filling some big shoes and doing the most beautiful job of singing and spirit and vibe, Pam Prindell on vocals. How about a hand for her? So, Pam, something that we like doing every time we come to have a new person in the band, it's fun for all of us to learn a little bit from where you came. So we have a couple of old pictures of you when you were a kid, and let me just ask you a few questions.
Yeah.
So, first off, let me tell you how Pam and I met. Our good friend Kevin Letow, a vocalist and a good pal forever, taught Pam vocals, and Kevin called me and said, Peter, there's this gal that sings up a storm. You got to hear her. And they both, I think, did you both come up?
Yep, we came up together, yep.
Yep, and we did some recording, and that led to Pam doing an album here, which you'll hear about later. And I've just knocked out with her singing. So that's how we came to be, and it has to do with Kevin. So Pam, and then this is the album that let's see, can you see that, Steve, or are you showing it?
Yep.
Steve's showing it. So it's an album that she did called Songs That Sing to Me, and it's a beautiful record, and it's going to be their CD giveaway later down the way. But Pam, where did you grow up? Are you a San Diego person?
No, I grew up in Connecticut. East Coast.
East Coast.
Yep.
When did you come to California?
I came out here when I was 25.
And what brought you out here?
Quarter life crisis, for lack of anything better.
Because do you still
I just
have
picked up and came out here.
Do you still have your midlife crisis coming up, or?
Yeah, I've got 7 years till my midlife crisis.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
We've all done that. All
Yeah.
right. Okay, so from Connecticut.
Yep.
And how about as a kid, was singing your thing? Was that?
I mean, maybe not any more so than any other kid. I mean, sang, danced, wrote plays and acted them out, all that sort of imaginative kid stuff. I was in school choirs and church choir, did some musical theater.
And into folk music back then too?
Not as a kid. More that came on in pretty much college. Was when I got introduced to Joni, and just fell in love with her, and then really kind of explored the classic rock and folk genre.
Yep.
In those years.
Yeah, to me, your sound, and I've told you this before, but it has just this classic Joni rock folk vocal sound, and I'm not sure what the quality is. There's something in your vibrato that I really like, and anyway, you're doing something right, I think.
Thank you.
Did you ever think was making a full blast career in music ever on your radar, or what?
No. No, honestly, it was just, it was always something that I just sort of did privately, you know, sing in the shower, sing in the car. I have a career in financial services, but my husband really pushed me to do something with my singing. So after, you know, a 20-year break, I started working with Kevin and then, you know, picking it up as a full-time, passionate hobby, if you will.
Nice. Well, sometimes, it might be sort of freeing to make major, big-time bucks somewhere else and then have music be just pure.
Sure,
Not
yeah.
doing like gigs that are bad for your health and your mind, and that if you were doing it as a full-on career.
Right.
So
Yeah,
awesome. You
there's
got it.
that.
And then you sing in some band, a couple bands around town, or?
Yep, I'm
Okay.
in two bands. One is more funk, soul, disco, Motown vibe. We have a horn section, and we just play a really fun set of covers. And then I sing with three other people in more of an acoustic, classic rock, folk group.
Beautiful.
So, yeah, we're local.
Beautiful. Well, you've got a good life. You're a great singer, and I hope you join us from now and then because
Oh, I'd love to come back. Thank you.
It's really working good. Okay, let's play some more music. Oh, one thing. Let me check in. My wife Stephanie is the chatmeister. She's in the house, and in the house meaning this room. And Steph, any comments? Are we doing okay on sound?
You are doing okay on sound. Yes, Robert Bush says sounds fantastic, and a couple other people saying similar things. So
Good.
it's right on.
Thank you, Steph. Thanks. And Robert Bush, he used to take guitar lessons from me, and he's got really good ears, and he loves Coltrane, and so it's a good story when he's in the house. Okay. Let's see. Okay, the next song. It's a song about Joni in her younger years put up one of her only kid for adoption, and part of the next song we're going to play talks about that story in a few lines I love. So you sign all the papers in the family name. You're sad and you're sorry, but you're not ashamed. Little Green, have a happy ending. This is called Little Green.
Born with the moon in Cancer, choose her a name she'll answer to. Call her green, and the winters cannot fade her. Call her green for the children who've made her little green. Be a gypsy dancer. He went to California. Hearing that everything's warmer there. So you write him a letter and say her eyes are blue. He sends you a poem and she's lost to you. Little green, he's a nonconformer, just a little green, like the color when the spring is born. There'll be crocuses to bring to school tomorrow, just a little green, like the nights when the northern lights perform. There'll be icicles and birthday clothes, and sometimes there'll be sorrow. Child with a child pretending, weary of lies you're sending. but you're not ashamed, little green. Have a happy ending, just a little green, like the summer when the spring is born. There'll be crocuses to bring to school tomorrow, just a little green, like the nights when the northern lights perform. There'll be icicles and birthday clothes, and sometimes there'll be sorrow. There'll be icicles and birthday clothes, and sometimes there'll be sorrow.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much, Little Green.
Pretty song.
Pretty song. Okay, so folks, Brian, are we cool to tune in?
Yeah, we are.
Okay, so this is my man, Digital Brian. He hails from Palm Springs, and he's hacking computer code as we speak, and he has taken all of your... Well, what do you got for us, my man?
Okay, this is what's going on. A pretty decent representation tonight. A lot of different people out there in different parts. We have 3 people down in Hawaii. We have...
Who's in Hawaii?
I would say, let's take a look at that and check it out. All right, let's see. We have Maria O'Connell is over there.
What island?
That is over on the Big Island.
Okay.
And then we have 2 hovering around over in Honolulu.
On
And that looks like
Honolulu.
Christine Dyer, and Graham Nash is there. He's a guest in the house. Check it out. Graham Nash, good to see you.
Graham Nash
You know,
does have a house in
He
Hawaii.
does. My son went to school with his child there at one point in time. So that was a
Sweet.
different life. Yeah, so that's looking good. And over here,
Graham Nash. That's brilliant.
and over here, again, good representation in Southern California. We have some on the East Coast again this evening. Jerry Cave did not wake up today over in France. He finally decided to sleep in.
Okay.
But it's looking good. We have a lot of good people there. Thank you very much for phoning it in.
Yes.
And you other people, come on, don't be bashful next time
Well,
around.
not
you know?
everybody, you got to know one thing, not everybody, you can't enter any information into the chat unless you're logged in. Is that true?
That is correct.
Okay, so maybe the next time we say log in. And then logging in is a big deal because you have to set an account.
I know.
It
I
could
know. It
snowball.
cascades from there. Okay.
Okay.
Well, that's it for right now.
Okay,
Back to
beautiful.
the show.
Thanks, Digital Brian. Big Yellow Taxi, They Paved Paradise. Hey, who was that you, Steph, saying that the song was written about, she wrote that song in Hawaii?
Yeah, if I remember correct, she was in the hotel in Hawaii her first time, and she looked out and she saw the beautiful island and the trees and the ocean, and she saw a big parking lot also.
They
And
paved paradise and put in the
That
parking.
bothered her, yes.
Let's do it. Big Yellow Taxi.
They paved paradise and put up a parking lot with a pink hotel, a boutique, and a swinging hot spot. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? They paved paradise and put up a parking lot. They took all the trees and put them in a tree museum, and they charged the people $1.50 just to see 'em. Now don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? put away that DDT now. Don't care about spots on my apples, just leave me the birds and the bees. Please, don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone. They pave paradise and put up a parking lot. Late last night, I heard the screen door slam, and a big yellow taxi took away my old man. Now don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? They pave paradise and put up a parking lot. Hey, hey, now don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone?
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
They pave paradise and put up a parking lot.
Nice synchronization there, matey.
Nice job on the vocal.
Oh gosh, that came off great. Super cool. Hey, I just got a note from Steph, and she gets information from the chat, and someone probably wrote in and said there's an echo on my voice mic. Yes, there is, and here's
Deal with it.
kind of, I hate to say it, but what Tripp just said is true. Deal with it, and the reason is because I have so many buttons and responsibilities that. Watch, this is what it would take. So first off, okay, look, where is, on the mixing board, where's the delay? There's the delay, there's the reverb.
Scary watching this, you know.
There, now, how's that? That's cool. Well, no, that isn't cool.
Still reverb.
Still reverb. Is there any delay? Dot? Yeah, there is. Well, in my phones there is. See, so I have different phones than they do. Anyway, if you can deal with it and just say that's weird that Peter has all that echo on, it's a lot easier. You know, if we had funding and COVID wasn't here, we'd have an engineer running all this stuff. But that's the truth, Ruth. Okay, so we play and we rehearse and we arrange music, and everyone sits at home and practices on their own. And we do it because we love it, but you guys have been great. We have a tip jar, a virtual tip jar. And this week, starting, they're called QR codes, and anyone younger than us knows about them, but us, we didn't really know about them. I didn't know about them. But basically, on the side are these two barcode-ish looking things, and if you put your phone with Venmo or PayPal up to that, it'll take it right to the right account. So we play for virtual tips. You guys have been fantastic. We're not totally quitting our... What about Chad and Troy? Are they tuning in?
No, they told us about the QR codes.
Yes. Our nephew, Chad and Troy, they're these young, virtuous young men and really teched out. And they said, Peter, we watch your show. Music is cool, but QR codes, man, make it easy on us. So it's just been great. The tips have been fantastic. Thanks for doing and being so generous, and it really helps fund some of our adventures. I mean, every dime Steph and I make out of it, we put into more gear, but we're loving it. We're having a great time. So thanks. And at the end of the show, those QR codes and the tip jar information, plus snail mail, has been really effective for us, some folks that don't believe that the internet is safe and secure, and they might be right. I don't know. Let's tune in with the Chapmeister, Stephanie. What you got for us, Steph?
Well, hello again, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Hope everyone is staying safe and healthy during these pandemic times. Hopefully soon that will be over. So it's a great show. People are absolutely loving it. Pam, you have a lot of fans.
Nice.
Yes, they're loving your voice. And I agree, it's beautiful.
Thank you.
And we have about 250 people tuning in.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
I know, really great.
That's so great.
People are just saying how much they're enjoying these live streams and great chats. So I say this every time, but it's true. It's really fun to read these chats, and the musicians enjoy looking at the show and reading what everyone is writing afterwards. I guess that's one advantage of the live streams is during the live performance, you can't just get up and say what you're thinking, but here you can.
They're saying Peter's out of tune when he sings. Yeah, you're right. I am. All right. Good.
Yeah. A lot of musicians tuning in. It's great. A few Joni Mitchell, Randy Wright, Peter Rahil, Kevin Latow, hi.
Oh, Kevin, right on.
Deborah Johnson, Charlene Dyer, Mikiko, Robert Bush, and sorry if I missed you, but it's really great, as well as the usual great fans from local, a couple Leucadia, Encinitas, Carlsbad, of course, lots in San Diego, and as Brian said, a well representation of the country.
Nice.
And California, up and down the coast. We like to think we're our own country, but but we got them all over today. It's really great. So thank you.
Thank you, Steph. And it's so, I just want a little mini hand amongst all of us. Steph does so much for our live streams. She's the consultant. She orders up the Rubio's food that comes magically during that little break that we have between rehearsal. Set decorator.
Yeah, I got some really nice plant life going on up here.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Mac. That's Steph's doing. So good hand for Steph. How about that, Steph? All right. Well, so we're good on that. Now, our show is called Live-ish, and we have this thing that we do every now and then, and that is we bring another musician from far away. Generally, that's part of the criteria. They could not ever be here with us, but we make them be here by some magic of technology. So our guest this week is Sine A, and she's a singer that I met through Butch Lacey, the great jazz pianist. And Sine lives in Copenhagen, and she has toured here with me and played gigs with me and Mac and Duncan, and then I've gone to Europe a couple times, done tours with her. And so I asked her, and she's a big Joni fan, I asked her, would you want to be part of this? And so first off, we're going to play a little interview. Sine and I talked on the did a Zoom call yesterday, and we talked a little bit about Joni Mitchell and also how the gig scene is in Copenhagen at this point. And then we're going to play this song, Dry Cleaner from Des Moines. And she is not here, but you're going to see, we're going to put her up on the screen, and she's going to sing with us. And if you really want to know how it happened, I mean, it's all up above board. It's legal and everything, but it is tricky, and we're praying that it works. Okay, so first off, Steve, you're all set up with your configuration? Yep. Okay, and then Brian, browser off?
Absolutely.
Okay, because we've had trouble in the past, folks, as you know. We've had, and so here it is. First, the interview with Sine and myself. So, man, hey, so how's it going with the jazz scene there?
Well, we're closed down again.
Mm-hmm.
Because, of course, because winter is good for the virus. Because we don't see each other outdoors as we did during the summertime. So even though people are trying not to see many people, we're indoors and people get infected.
No, Steve is the only one that can hear.
So now we're under lockdown.
So it was open for a while, because I remember seeing something in Facebook about you doing a concert, or you guys were doing some concerts.
Yeah. I mean, we were open during the summer and early autumn, but with restrictions. So people had to sit far apart at the concerts, but you could do live concerts.
Okay. It's a mess here too, but we're making the best of it. We're doing our virtual concerts, which brings me to thank you for contributing. Have you been doing very many of these virtual?
I have been doing Dry Cleaner for some years, but the other one was completely new, so I had to really practice that.
Oh, it sounds good. And we rehearsed yesterday, and it's going to be really killer.
Okay. It's so difficult, to sing her things, because especially California, it's, the verse, the words, they don't fit unless you do what she does.
Yes. You have to phrase it the same way that she does, correct?
Yeah, it's only a very few places you can take liberties, actually. Yeah. And her rhythmic stuff is so complex. It's really, when you try to imitate it, it's like, what? How did she do that? Where's one?
I know. Where's one? The big eternal question. You've got your good killer Neumann mic. And your sound is really good that you're getting.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't know how to use that in a live situation. I mean, I can use it with Pro Tools and make a recording, but I don't know how to use it, in a live stream.
About Joni's music, what's your history with it? Did you listen to her as a little kid, and what resonates with you?
So actually, I didn't discover her until I started at the music conservatory, and people were talking about her Mingus album.
Mm-hmm.
And because I was a jazzer, so that was that resonated with me. So I heard that one, and I thought, wow, that's the coolest thing I've ever heard. And then I heard some of her singer-songwriter stuff, and I didn't really oh, what's that? That's strange. But then I went to Amsterdam with a band, and I went into a record shop, and then I saw one album, Blue. And there was one song on that one that a Danish jazz singer had recorded, and I really liked it. So I bought it and gave it a chance. And then I just I fell totally in love with it.
Yeah.
Even though the sound of it was so different from what I liked, at the time.
Yeah. I grew up with it because I had an older sister and some cousins that were super into it. And then I'm more of a hippie than you are, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. But at that time, I did not know about James Taylor or Carole King or Neil Young or anyone. I mean, so she was the first one of those great songwriters from those decades that I discovered.
Yeah.
And after that, I've heard so much of it, and I really love it. It's far from what I do, and we've also talked about it before. It's a different way of singing, so it's something I really have to study to be able to do.
I kind of got it to you a little late, so I do appreciate you working on it. But it sounds great.
I'm not busy at all here, so.
All right. Well, we'll see you soon, and take care.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, you too.
Okay. Bye-bye. Nice. Cine. Yeah, two things came in, and I trusting that you heard that okay. Two things came in. This is the first time we're using the QR codes for the tip jar, and someone mentioned that they need my last 4 digits of my phone number for the Venmo to work, and that is 3906. 3906. Okay? And then one other thing, Zelle. Yeah, there's no QR code for Zelle, and Zelle, people have figured out how to make it work. I just hope it all works out, and the worst comes to worst, just mail us a check. Okay, so now, Steve, can you show the picture of Cine over there?
The pictures.
Well, of the computer screen.
Oh, Brian? Yeah. Oh,
No. Okay, first off, Steve.
No, you're up. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but the picture where Cine is yes, yeah, there it is. So Cine is there, ready to sing with us, and let me see. Yep, the click's in. Okay. So this is a dry cleaner from Des Moines. And Duncan, did you say that was what town did you grow up in?
Des Moines is my hometown.
This is your song.
In fact, I used to have a dry cleaner, a dry cleaning business.
Before you did music.
Before music, yeah.
Well, this song, because it's from Des Moines, and that's where Duncan's from, we're going to let him start it off. So here it is. 2-bar count off, Dunk. Play on. Do, yes. This is where Cine comes to life. Yeah.
I'm down to a roll of dimes. I'm stalking this lot that's hot. I keep hearing bells all around me, jingling the lucky jackpot. They keep you tantalized. They keep you reaching for your wallet here in Fool's Paradise. I talked to a cat from Des Moines. He said he ran a cleaning plant. That cat was clanking with coin. Well, he must have had a genie and a lamp, 'cause every time I dropped a dime, I blew it. He kept ringing bells, nothing to it. He got 3 oranges, 3 lemons, 3 cherries, 3 plums. I'm losing my taste for fruit, watching the dry cleaner do it, like Midas in a polyester suit. It's all luck, it's just luck. You get a little lucky and you make a little money. circus, circus, where the cowgirls fill the room with their big balloons. The cleaner was pitching with purpose. He got peanuts and pooh bears and lions, pink and blue there. He couldn't lose there. Des Moines was stacking the chips, ranking up the tables, ringing the bandits' bells. This is a story that's a drag to tell. In some ways it's a lost every time I laid on the line. But the cleaner from Des Moines could put a coin in the door of a joint and get 20 for one. It's just luck.
From Denmark singing. She's going to do one tune later down the way, but that's beautiful blues swinging. All right, let me get my bearings here.
Peter, I'm going to interrupt a second. There's a couple of people that remember something about 29 Palms and Joni Mitchell.
Really? Who was that?
Well, I remember.
I mean, I do too.
Okay.
Okay, well, who?
But I mean,
Lara.
Oh.
And Gretchen from 29 Palms.
Yeah, so dig this, folks. Our one full blast Joni Mitchell encounter, we were playing, we took our samba band, and probably Duncan, that was Tripp and you and me, and Coral was singing.
Leonard was there.
Leonard was there, and we had a gig out there in 29 Palms, which is basically...
The 29 Palms Inn.
Yes.
Shout out to Gretchen.
Yeah.
She's a great fan.
Yeah. She's a great fan, and we're a real fan of that place, by the way. If you've never been, it's really good. It's like you're in a questionable area somewhat, and then all of a sudden you come across this oasis of Mara with hippie people running this great place to play music and hang out. And we were there, and Joni Mitchell, we were playing, and Joni Mitchell was in the audience. And we,
and we were playing this gig, and somebody said, "I think that's Joni Mitchell," and we kept our composure. And
we did. We didn't lose it.
She didn't leave either.
Yeah, and we got to say thank you to how much we enjoyed her music. So Joni's we're real fans. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, hey, this is for... No.
For the CD giveaway.
It's for the CD giveaway. We're going to give one of Pam's CDs away, and it's signed, autographed. It's beautiful recording. And Tripp is going to lead the CD giveaway, so whoever wins is going to get that mailed to them this week. Tripp, take it away.
Okay, I have a little script here. Joni's visionary anthem, Woodstock, which I think we're going to play later, right?
Yeah.
It beautifully captures the vibe that went down at the 3-day festival, 3 days of peace and music. It turns out she never played at Woodstock, and here is why, and here's Joni's words. She said, I started off to go there. I was playing in Chicago. I was on my way, except I had to do a television show the following Monday. So Sunday afternoon, we arrived at the New York airport, and there were all sorts of hassles with helicopters and transportation into the festival. And I got left behind, and I felt really terrible. I went back into New York City and turned on my television in my hotel room and watched the little bits of it that they put on the news and felt sorry for myself. It was really something that people could be so good to each other, even if it was only for 3 days. All these people being good to each other for 3 whole days, fantastic. So that's Joni's words. And anyways, our contest question is, so the magic question is, what's the name of the man who allowed the Woodstock Festival to be held on his 600-acre dairy farm? His last name is also mentioned in Joni's lyrics to the song.
But we need the whole name.
But we need the first and last name, I don't know.
And the social security number, too. And the Venmo, last 4 digits of his phone number, too.
Brian's going to be the referee. So we're going to play a song, right?
We're going to play a song.
Then we'll announce the results. And it's basically the first person that gets...
That's the first person, because a lot of people will get it. But how fun. Great, beautiful trip. So the song we're going to play, we next find Joni strolling down the boulevard, coming across a street musician who's playing for free. Here it is. Tripper, you all set? You all set? You let me know when you're ready.
Play a few notes so I can see if I'm in tune.
Tripp's switching over to soprano saxophone. And then in the lyric, they mention that he's playing clarinet. Yep. Really cool. So it sounds like clarinet if you play out of tune enough. That's it. Oh, my dad would love that. Because it sounds like Branford Marsalis playing with Sting.
That's right.
Okay, all set, Tripper? A 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
I slept last night in a good hotel. I went shopping today for jewels. The wind rushed around in the dirty town, and the children let out from the school. I was standing on a noisy corner, waiting for the walking green. Across the street he stood, and he played real good on his clarinet for free. Now me, I play for fortune and those velvet curtain calls. I've got a black limousine and two gentlemen escorting me to the hall. And I'll play if you have the money, or if you're a friend to me. But the one-man band by the quick lunch stand, he was playing real good for free.
Moving on.
Nobody stopped to hear him, though he played so sweet and high. They knew he had never been on their TV, so they passed his music by. I meant to go over and ask for a song, maybe put on a harmony. I heard his refrain as the signal changed. He was playing real good for free.
Yes. Sweetness. That's Pam on the vocals and Brother Tripp playing beautiful soprano sax. That's great. Great stuff. Okay, so Tripp, if you're still in one piece.
Yeah.
Well, about what's the answer? What's the answer for the CD giveaway?
Max Yasgur. And the lyric, a little sample of her lyric is, I'm going on down to Yasgur's farm. I'm going to join in a rock and roll band. And let's go over to Brian, the referee.
Yes.
Okay, people. You know, it's never easy. I get the feeling, okay. So here's the issue. Peter, I think we're going to have to throw 2 CDs out the door again tonight. Okay, so here's the deal. Kelly Wright came in, and she said, Max Yasgur, Y-A-Z-G-U-R. Now, Deirdre came in right after that and said, Max Yasgur with Y-A-S-G-U-R.
Let's give them both a CD.
Yep.
So, you know what? Wait a second. You know, I've heard that there's equipment failure going on in the voting practices around. And I'm thinking maybe this one character could have flipped on, and it could have been the right vote. I don't know. I'm just saying. Okay, that's it.
Good. Well, Deidre is Duncan's sister.
All
Right.
So that's awesome.
All right.
And then the other gal's name?
Kelly Wright.
Kelly Wright.
From Fairfield, Connecticut.
Okay, so good on you. And you know, it's funny, as I was playing that song, I'm reading on an iPad, and all of a sudden it pops up, someone's texting me. It was Jeff Gott, and he was texting me. But I can't be a judge, Jeff. I'm so sorry, dude.
He was trying to get in early, I think. Yeah.
He knew, because he was probably there at Woodstock. He's a full-on classic rocker. Okay, so folks, for you winners, go to petersprague.com. There's a section near the end that says the loop. It's called the loop, where you're going to loop back to me, and my email address is there. Send me an email, and it's peter@petersprague.com. Send me an email saying I am, and Ryan, write that down who the two winners are, and then then you'll send your address to us, and we'll put it in the mail to you. So thank you, congratulations, and we're going to play Woodstock near the end, so it's going to be cool. All right, so next we have a couple more. We're kind of rounding the bend, but this is so fun. We're going to play some calypso, and Joni didn't know that when she wrote the song called Carey that it works so well as a calypso hit. So here it is.
The wind is in from Africa. Last night I couldn't sleep. Oh, you know it sure is hard to leave your Carey, but it's really not my home. My fingernails are filthy. I got beach tar on my feet, and I miss my clean white linen and my fancy French cologne. Oh, Carey, get out your cane, and I'll put on some silver. Ooh, you're a mean old daddy, but I like you. Come on down to the Mermaid Cafe, and I will buy you a bottle of wine, and we'll laugh and toast to nothing and smash our empty glasses down.
right by himself.
I'll go to Amsterdam, or maybe I'll go to Rome and rent me a grand piano and put some flowers round my room. But let's not talk about fairy wells now. The night is a starry dome, and they're playing that scratchy rock and roll beneath the Matalamu. Come on, Carey, get out your cane, and I'll put on some silver. You're a mean old daddy, but I like you. The wind is in from Africa. Last night I couldn't sleep. Oh, you know it sure is hard to leave here, but it's really not my home. Maybe it's been too long at times since I was scrambling down in the streets. Now they got me used to that clean white linen and that fancy French cologne. Oh, Carey, get out your cane. I'll put on my finest silver. We'll go to the Mermaid Cafe, have fun tonight. I said, ooh, you're a mean old daddy, but you're out of sight. Da 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 ba ba da ba da 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 ba da ba da ba.
Nice. Nice stuff. All right, that's called Carey. Beautiful drum group. How about that drum group for Duncan?
Awesome.
Super cool. All right, we're checking in with the chat. Our chatmeister Stephanie. Stephanie, any new news out there?
Hello again. I bet your dad would like this Joni song.
The one that we just played, Carey.
I bet he would like this whole concert, I have to say.
Yeah, bless his heart, man.
Yes, so I just want to thank everyone for saying hi to me personally. Warm greetings and fun things that people are saying. That was nice. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of friends and family tuning in, and I just wanted to point out how supportive all the spouses are of the musicians. Yeah.
Here.
They
Yeah.
are they're really supportive and also very active on the chat. We just love that.
So Barbara, Duncan's Barbara, Barbara Wise.
Yep.
Oh, nice. She's always, but you know what she says? Great drum solo. I love it.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Kylie and Blake are listening in. That's fun. Yep.
That's our daughter.
Yeah. And even our dentist is listening, Dr. Diane Sherman.
Oh.
Big smile, Peter.
This is just slightly better than the root canal.
Yeah, this is these shows are a little like a mini reunion. I get a feeling from people saying hi to each other on there. It's really fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good.
So, yes, back to this beautiful music.
So we're going to check in with the alternate life of JazzBot. JazzBot is the application that Digital Brian invented, and now he's got a a Joni. It's sort of well, what would you call it? It's been outfitted for a Joni adventure, is what it is.
Well, Peter, we live in COVID times, and we have time to sit and do a bunch of tasks that absorb hours because, well, there's nothing else to do. It was either that or a 2,000-piece puzzle. So what I did, I decided I would go ahead and put together. Joni did 11 different concert tours in
Huge
her career.
tours.
Yeah, a lot of tours, starting around 72, ending around 2000. There hasn't been much since that period of time. And so I decided to go ahead and map all of these tours. And so right now what I'm doing is I'm populating the map with all of her tours, and this only takes like 10 or 15 seconds. And this will give you a feel for how much travel this poor woman did over. and this is, in a way, a tip of the iceberg, because these are just the tours. This has nothing to do with the informal events that she would attend and do.
Yeah.
But so everything's populated, so we're looking cool there.
So
Peter.
I have a couple questions for you.
Yeah.
Where was her first gig?
Okay, first gig was in Waskiesiu, Saskatchewan, Canada. Right up over here. Check it out. She's up, I mean, you're up in the tundra up there, right?
That's where she
You
grew
are
up.
way
man.
up there, you know. So yeah.
And then she got her last name because
Yeah.
she married a guy named Chuck Mitchell. This is what I hear. And it looks like in the early days she did a gig with Chuck. And I love the poster. You got to show, blow that poster up.
Okay, I'm checking this out right now.
What's the place called?
In the beginning, Joni was a ukulele player. And so she started out with ukulele, and at that period of time, this is called the Chessmate. And you can
That's the
see
name of the club.
That's the name of the club. Now, what's really interesting about this, Peter, is if you look at this, this is a really an odd mix, right? Because they have chess, checkers, and fine food, and obviously folk music. So what is going? And then jazz after hours. So these guys kind of do it all.
They know how to live in the tundra, man.
Yeah. Okay, so that's.
And then pretty early on, Joni met David Crosby, and
Yeah.
I know you have a place. They met down in Florida somewhere.
Exactly. They were in Coconut Grove, is where David saw her play and said, "Wow, this is a talented person."
And then she said,
And so-
"Come up to Laurel Canyon, because that's where it is happening."
Exactly.
Zoom into Laurel
okay,
Canyon.
so
man.
we zoom into Laurel Canyon. This is quite a place, man. This is right. You should really check this out. Have you ever been up there, Peter?
I used to live, when I lived in LA, I lived close to Laurel
Okay,
Canyon.
check-
And
let's
I
see
have
if we
thought
can-
about Joni a lot, and David Crosby.
And so if we take a look, we can kind of, let's see if I can do this right. Look, we get the 3D vibe on this whole thing, right?
That is-
So we can kind of cruise up. So our house is buried down here in this trees down.
Did she live in a treehouse?
Yeah, basically, it's almost like that. I mean, it's so covered with trees, you can't even get in there. So anyway,
I
yeah,
love
so
it.
that's happening.
Okay,
Brian, you have to get a drone.
Why bother?
Yeah. Why bother? You got Google Maps.
All right.
Where did she play the most, Brian?
So when we let's zoom back here to check this whole thing out again. So we get rid of this, we boom out of here, and you can kind of see
The East
check
Coast?
the East Coast. I mean,
Like
she
New
had-
York City.
Yeah, New
Zoom.
York City, kind of over in New England states predominantly is where she
Okay.
did most of her touring.
How
Now she
about-
did do a couple things over, one tour in Hawaii, a couple in Japan. But okay,
Where did she play the least? I want to know where she.
Okay, what I would say, given the date and time of this one, she was on her 74 tour. She played in Albuquerque, New Mexico in 74 and said, "I'm not going back there again." And so that's what it looks like anyway from the map. But yeah,
Okay.
I would say the least played.
Okay, and then one of my favorite bands that she had was when she had Pat Metheny, and I think it was Pat Metheny, Brecker, Don Elias, Jocko.
Yeah, let's see if we can bring that up.
By the way, there's great YouTube videos of that.
Yes.
And there's the actual players I have displayed there with Metheny, Lyle Mays, Jocko, Michael Brecker, Don Elias, and the Persuasions.
The Persuasions.
Yes,
got
exactly.
it. And then they played the concert that the Shadows and Light concert was at Santa Barbara Bowl. And do you have that concert
Very
down?
cool venue. So let's see if we can check that out. Zoom in on that. Bring it on up. This is pretty happening. Now, let me show you this a little bit. We're actually zoomed into the parking lot. If you come over here, here's the actual venue, right here, the outdoor stage. Now, when they did that concert, though, Peter, they're sitting on actual grass out there, but now they actually
Do you
have
think so,
full-
Trip? Do you remember that? Were they sitting on grass, or did it get...
The concert?
Yeah.
The Santa Barbara Bowl.
Oh, I just loved the concert.
Who
knows?
Okay.
Who cares where they were sitting?
It was like an amphitheater.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, okay.
All righty.
Well, that's really, really impressive, Brian. I love that.
Thanks
Okay,
much. That's it.
So we're going to do another song, folks. This is called The Priest, and it's a song that just Pam and myself are going to do. And one of the things that Joni had going on is, I guess she had polio when she was younger, and it sort of inhibited her left hand, so she came up with this idea of tuning the guitar in different ways. And this particular song, like if I just play the chord without any fingering, that's the sound of it, and it's like a G minor 9. And to be able to play that chord with fingering would be an amazing stretch. So it's sort of a way to get these notes bumping into each other and creating this vibe. So this is The Priest.
The priest sat in the airport bar. He was wearing his father's tie, and his eyes looked into my eyes so far whenever the words ran dry. Behind the lash and the circles blue, he looked as only a priest can through. And his eyes said me, and his eyes said you, and my eyes said let us try. He said you wouldn't like it here, no, it's no place you should share. The roof is ripped with hurricanes and the room is always bare. I need the wind and I seek the cold. He reached past my wine for my hand to hold, and he saw me young, and he saw me old, and he saw me sitting there. Then he took his contradictions out and he splashed them on my brow. So which words was I then to doubt when choosing what to vow? Should I choose them all? Should I make them mine? The sermons, the hymns, and the valentines. And he asked for truth, and he asked for time, and he asked for only now. Now the trials are trumpets scored, oh, will we pass the test? Or just as one loves more and more, will one love less and less? Oh, come, let's run from this ring we're in, where the Christians clap and the Germans grin, saying, let them loose, crying, let them win. Oh, make them both confess.
Beautiful, Pam.
Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Song has some heavy stuff in there.
Yeah, what is it about? What is it about?
I don't know. I don't know if she's joining a cult or if she's marrying a pastor. I can't
Which
figure
could
it
both
out.
be one and the same. No, I don't know. Nice. That's called The Priest. We have more coming up. Joni did some beautiful artwork, and I like this phrase that she considers herself a painter derailed by circumstance. And there's a couple of there's a bunch of her, most of her album covers, a lot of her album covers were her paintings, and I know that on a Crosby, Stills, Nash record she did the artwork. Now we're going to go to Europe, and we're going to visit Cine again and make her envious about California and this weather that we're having while over there yesterday that was horrible weather. And look at the weather here in Cali today. Unbelievable. So, one sec. A little bit of controls here. Cali count off. Get Cine up there. How's everybody doing?
Yeah.
You up for it?
Let's do it.
Okay, so let me see if it's... Yeah, everyone good?
Good.
Let's see, here it comes.
Sitting in a park in Paris, France, reading the news and it sure looks bad. They won't give peace a chance. There was just a dream some of us had. Still a lot of lands to see, but I wouldn't want to stay here. It's too old and cold and settled in its ways here. Oh, but California, California, I'm coming home. I'm gonna see the folks I did. I'll even kiss the sunset bit. California, I'm coming home. I met a redneck on a Greece channel who did the gold dance very well. He gave me back my smile, but he kept my camera to sell. Oh, the rock, the red rock. He could good omelets and stews, and I might have stayed on with him there, but my heart cried out for you, California. Oh, California, I'm coming home. Oh, make me feel good, rock and roll band. I'm your biggest fan. California, I'm coming home. Oh, it's so lonely when you're walking. The streets are full of strangers. All the news of home you read just give you the blues. Just give you the blues. Just give you the blues. Ba, 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 da, da, ba, da, 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 da. So bought me a ticket, I caught a plane to Spain. Went to a party down a red dirt road. There were lots of pretty people there, reading Rolling Stone, reading Vogue. Said, how long can you hang around? I said, a week, maybe two, just until my skin turns brown. Then I'm going home to California. California, I'm coming home. Or will you take me as I am, strung out on another man? California, I'm coming home. Oh, it gets so lonely
Nice. Thank you, Cine. Thank you, Cine, for that. California. Okay, we're at the end of our show, and it's been a lot of fun. Oh my gosh. We have one more song, and it's an anthem. It's this song, Woodstock, just classic tune. Joni recorded it, but the version that a lot of us know are the Crosby, Stills, Nash version of Woodstock. When I wrote this arrangement and we started playing it, Mac has a funny story because he was practicing at home. Tell him, Mac, what's up?
Yeah, so I was practicing these at home, and my wife Michaela's working in the other room, and I play this riff that you wrote. Right, so I play that, and just from the other room I hear, "Is that smoke on the water?" And Michaela's got a good ear. She like hears when things sound like other things, and I was like, "No, not quite, because that's." You know what I mean? Not quite the same. And then I thought maybe it was Inagata Davida.
Oh, man.
Because that's got the flat 5 in there too, you know.
So, man, I have invented an iconic bass line.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
or a financial ripoff.
Well, there's only 12 notes, and rock guys only use 6 of them. So you're gonna repeat yourself eventually.
That's cold.
Man. Oh, man.
Well, it is pretty close to the Cream song.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you think?
Man. Well, you know, the moral of the story is be careful if you put the flat 5 in your bass line.
That's right.
I guess that, dude. Now, Mac, you're going to get scorched for that rock con.
Oh, I know.
But you're a rocker, too, so that...
Yeah, it's a good 6 notes, man.
Oh, Mac, thank you for that. That's joyous. Okay, so Woodstock after a little guitar tuning. All right, well let's let the good folks of the quorum out there dig on it. Okay, here it is. One, two, undo thing.
I came upon a child of God. He was walking along the road, and I asked him, "Where are you going?" And this he told me, "I'm going on down to Yesker's farm, gonna join in a rock and roll band. I'm gonna live out on the land, I'm gonna try and get my soul free. We are stars. to Woodstock, we were 500,000 strong, and everywhere there was song and celebration. And I dreamed I saw the bombers riding shotgun in the sky, and they were turning into butterflies above our nation. We are stardust, billion-year-old carbon. We are golden, caught in the devil's bargain, and we've got to get ourselves back to the garden. Yes, we've got to get ourselves back to the garden.
Yeah. All right, so that's the show. One last check with the Chatmeister Stephanie.
Yes, Janet and Bob Magnuson and family have been tuning in.
Ah.
Yeah, they said say hi to everybody.
Bob Magnuson and Janet and the whole family is there?
That's what she said.
Hey there,
Yeah.
Bob.
Yep.
Great.
Uh-huh.
We love those guys.
So just thanks again, everyone, for tuning in. Hope it seems like everyone's just sharing the concert links with their friends and family. We love that. The more, the merrier. Stay safe. Back to you, Peter.
Brian, one last zip at the jazz bot.
Okay, we still have, Joni just did so many shows, it just goes on and on.
Well, no,
Van Morrison, Bob Dylan, all these people just got, Chris Bodie played with her.
So did Herbie Hancock. Anyway, very nice.
But that's it for tonight.
That's beautiful. Let me tell you who's in the band again. Up above me, Mac Layton on the bass. Up in the office room. Over there, you heard it, you saw it, you felt it. Duncan Moore on the drums. That's my brother Trip Sprague. He's playing all those instruments in that piano room. Trip Sprague on Pam Prindell on vocals. Beautiful. She worked her butt off to get this music together. Lots of lyrics, lots of tricky little phrases, lots of Sprague weird chord changes. She did it all. And check out her record. We're going to give away 2 of them tonight for free. But Pam, just how do folks get in touch with that record?
Oh, well, you can find
Amazon Music, maybe?
Yep, Amazon, CD Baby. You can listen to the tracks on Spotify, Pandora, etc.
It's a good record.
Pamela Pendrell.
Pendrell, yes. And then I'm Peter Sprague. Let me tell you who's in the tech part of it. Digital Brian, how about a hand for him? He's the guy that, as we gig, he's hacking. He's writing code. My wife, Stephanie Flory Sprague. And then I haven't mentioned him tonight, but literally, if this guy is indispensable. His name is Steve Grant. He's doing the switchings, all those camera angles, and all that stuff. He is a trooper. We love him to death. Let me tell you, the tip jar is going to be available at the very end. If those QR codes that I was boasting about are not working for you, please don't let that deter the beautiful green energy of buckage flowing into Leucadia. It really helps the cause. So we're going to leave that up. So And snail mail works too.
Last four digits
Wait.
of your phone number?
Okay, last four digits of my phone. 3906. I know 2536251 chord changes, but my phone number I can barely remember. 3906. We will be streaming live in a couple of weeks. I think we're working on a project. We're going to redo some of the music of Pat Metheny, and we have Diane Reeves is going to working on a guest-ish track where she's phoning it in from her home in Colorado. So look out for that. Plus, we've got Gilbert Castellanos. We're going to do a band at the beginning of February. We're going to do our band called Bop Moderno, where we play sort of bebop with great Gilbert Castellanos and a lot of these guys here too. So that's it. We are, let's see, LP. Oh, tomorrow, Leonard Patton, Danny Green, Justin Gunnell, and Julian Cantelm are playing a live stream live from SpragueLand. It's Leonard's band called LP, Leonard Patton, LP, also Leonard, LP is a record, LP and the Vinyls.
That's tomorrow?
Tomorrow night.
Oh, right.
They're going to be in here in the studio doing a show. I'm not going to play, just Steve and I are going to engineer, and that'll be a joy, too, to just not have so many things on my mind. So love being with you folks. We'll do it again down the way. Until then, keep listening to Joni, and we thank the Joni people. They were helpful in promoting the concert a little bit. So thank you so much. Keep the sky in your head. Be happy. Stay safe. Test positive. Test negative. Sorry. Anyway, I didn't get that right.
Stay positive.
Stay positive. Test negative. Lots of love. That's it. Thanks.